Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Chef Vic Cuisine. Today, we're making banana bread. Now this recipe creates a delicious, soft bread that satisfies your chocolate cravings as well. So, let's get started.
Alright, so for the ingredients, you're going to need 2.5 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Then you're going to need 4 overly ripe bananas that you're going to mash, 3 eggs, 3/4 cup of canola oil, 1/4 cup of water. Now you can use half a cup of granulated white sugar or 3/4 cup of white sugar for a sweeter bread. I'm using 3/4 cups here. Then you're going to need 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. And then optionally, you're going to use half a cup of milk chocolate chips and optionally half a cup of walnuts. Alright, so to get things started, you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 degrees Celsius. Now, you have the option of making 1 large loaf of banana bread or 2 smaller loaves. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make 2 smaller loaves. So what you want to do is spray 2 8-inch by 4-inch loaf pans with non-stick baking spray, or coat all the sides with a thin layer of melted butter. Now, in a medium-sized bowl, you want to mix together the flour, the salt, and the baking soda, and then set that aside. Hey, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel. It really helps me promote my channel and engage more viewers. And stay tuned until the end of this video where I show you a sneak peek of the recipe to come next Friday. And now the key to making a really tasty banana bread is to make sure that your bananas are overly ripe. So they should be really browned and fall right out of the peel. The sugar in the banana has reached its peak and the flavor really comes through in your banana bread. So you always want to make sure you use overly ripe bananas. I use a potato masher to smash down the bananas before I mix them. That helps incorporate the flavor better and ensure that the banana bread has all the banana flavor you're looking for. And you don't have to use a potato masher per se, you can just use a fork, that'll get the job done just the same. In a large size mixing bowl, you want to mix up the bananas, the eggs, the canola oil, the water, the sugar, and the vanilla extract until it's all well combined. So now what you want to do is combine the dry mix into the wet mix, a 1/3 portion at a time. And you don't want to add the next portion until the previous portion is completely incorporated. And another note, you definitely don't want to mix this batter for too long or you risk creating a tough bread. So I would recommend either using a whisk and mixing this by hand or quickly using a stand mixer. You don't want to mix it for too long. Once you've created your batter, you're going to gently fold in the chocolate chips and the walnuts. This is the consistency of the batter you're looking for. Now pour the combined batter into each loaf pan. And you want to bake each of these for 39 to 40 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. If you're baking with 1 large loaf pan, so like a 9-inch by 5-inch pan, you're going to want to bake that for 42 to 45 minutes instead. And during the baking process, if the bread starts to brown too much on the top, you can always cover that with aluminum foil and continue to bake it until it's cooked through. Once the time is up, you're going to remove the bread from the loaf pan and let it cool for about 5 to 10 minutes. You want to slice this bread into thick slices and serve it warm. And just like that, you made your very own banana nut bread. This recipe makes a delicious, moist banana bread that satisfies your chocolate cravings as well. And if you're not a fan of walnuts, you can try substituting those with pecans instead. And this recipe makes a lot of bread, so you can store that in an airtight container, and that can last for up to 1 week. And you can also freeze it if you want to eat it later. As always, this recipe and many more can be found in my cookbook, Chef Vic Cuisine Volume 1, Finding Your Inner Chef, and that's available on Amazon. And I'll make sure to leave a link to that in the description box. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel. And if you have nut allergies, you can always omit the nuts altogether. They're completely optional, and the bread still tastes great on its own. Personally, I just think that the combination of the chocolate and the banana flavors are perfect. And anytime I make this bread, I always use milk chocolate chips. As you can see, the final product creates a nice crispy top layer, and on the inside of the bread, it is light and moist and full of flavor. And stay tuned for next week where I show you how to make this tasty fruit salad. Thank you all for watching again, and I'll see you next week on another episode of Chef Vic Cuisine. And until then, peace.